Today's story is about Nina and the cloud painter. Nina was a curious little girl who lived in a small village by the mountains. Every morning, she would sit by her window and watch the clouds drift across the sky. Some looked like sleeping dragons, others like floating castles. And sometimes she even spotted ones shaped like giant boats sailing through the blue. One sunny afternoon, Nina decided to climb the tallest hill in her village for a better view. She carried her little sketchbook, hoping to draw her favorite cloud shapes. As she reached the top, she saw something that made her eyes grow wide. A man standing on a ladder so tall, it seemed to touch the sky. In his hand was a huge, magical paintbrush that shimmered in the sunlight. "Hello," Nina called out. "Who are you?" The man smiled warmly. "I'm the cloud painter. I give the clouds their shapes and colors so people down below can dream." "That's amazing," said Nina. "Can you teach me to paint clouds too?" The cloud painter nodded. "Of course. But remember, painting clouds isn't just about beauty. It's about imagination, care, and kindness. Whatever you paint will float across the world for everyone to see." He handed her a small golden brush. "Go ahead, try." Nina dipped the brush into a pot of rainbow-colored paint and made her first stroke on a fluffy white cloud. Instantly, the cloud turned into a flying elephant, its ears flapping gently in the wind. She laughed and painted another cloud into the shape of a smiling sun wearing sunglasses. For the next hour, Nina painted clouds into playful shapes. A parade of cats wearing crowns, a giant teacup, and even a dragon blowing bubbles. The sky looked happier than ever. But then, Nina noticed a dull gray cloud drifting near the village. It was heavy, shapeless, and looked almost sad. "Can I paint this one too?" Nina asked. The cloud painter's eyes softened. "Yes, but be gentle. Not every cloud needs to be bright. Some bring the rain that makes the world grow." Nina thought for a moment, then dipped her brush in soft pink and gold. She painted swirls that turned the gray cloud into a gentle heart shape. Slowly, the cloud began to release a light rain, just enough to water the fields, fill the river, and make the flowers bloom. The villagers came outside, smiling as the cool drops touched their skin. They looked up to see the colorful sky and the heart-shaped cloud, and their hearts felt lighter. When Nina returned the brush, the cloud painter said, "You have a gift, Nina. You've learned that beauty isn't just about how things look. It's about how they make others feel." Nina never forgot his words, and from that day on, whenever she looked up at the clouds, she didn't just see shapes. She saw possibilities. The end. Pause. Today, we learned that creativity is a wonderful gift, but its true magic appears when it's used with kindness and purpose. We can make things that are beautiful to the eye, but when we create something that brings joy, comfort, or help to others, it becomes more than art. It becomes a gift to the heart. Whether through words, actions, or imagination, what we create can lift someone's spirit, brighten their day, and make the world a little better.